What's happening? I'm Iron Man from the music group theLottory, Showtime Records. You know who I am and you know what I does. I represent them Los Angeles Lakers for life, hence the banner to my side. Man, to all you Dallas Maverick fans out there, don't jump off the cliff. Don't jump off the cliff. Everything is okay. And I'm here to bring everything to light. I want to talk about this Dallas Mavericks game against the Milwaukee Bucks. But before I get into that, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you're alerted every time there's a brand new video. If you haven't already, go ahead and follow me, my 2 Twitter handles. I like to respond to just about all the comments that you make. And if you want to support the channel financially, go ahead and hit me up, send $1 to the Cash App. The link is in the description box right underneath the title of the video. Now, besides that, before I get into this Dallas Mavericks and Milwaukee Bucks game, I want to respond to a subscriber. As a matter of fact, there were a few of them. You know, after I did the last video and I was talking about how I was so shocked and dismayed at the utter disregard and treatment of Harrison Barnes, even though I wanted him to, to be traded, but not like that. I mean, there's no need to disrespect that man like that, getting traded during the game. Some of the guys, they were saying, hey man, we talked to Harrison Barnes, or we talked to some people, some sources and all this other stuff, and there was a lot of rumors going around because everybody was taking umbrage to it and like, oh man, that's ridiculous, you can't treat people like that, and it's wrong, trading them during the game, who does that? And I'm like, oh, but if you notice, I took a long time before I put that video out. I waited an extra day before I put the video out. It was going to be a different video, but after I saw the treatment and I thought about it, and then I did some research on my own, okay? I wanted to make sure that the truth actually got out. Then I went ahead and did the video because I want to bring nothing but the truth to y'all, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes it takes a little bit longer. Sometimes I don't get the views because the moments pass. But hey, I want to be as accurate as humanly possible. For those patient subscribers and viewers who wait and wait for my product, I sure appreciate it. I totally appreciate the support. I truly do. But I was accurate in those statements that I made during the video. A lot of guys were saying, oh no, Harrison Barnes said that he knew he was going to be traded, and he knew he still wanted to play for the team, and going to play it out. I didn't want to respond in the comment section because I didn't want to look like I was going back at the my valued subscribers, so because I appreciate everyone's ideas and views, and that's what this is about. It's not just my views on life, and I mold mine depending on everybody else's views, so it's critical to the community of this channel. But so I wanted to go ahead and do it in video form, so I didn't want to bring anybody's name out or anything like that. But shout out to everybody who did leave their opinions and the sources that they had and rumors that were going around. But I want to make sure and confirm what I said before. I've watched a lot of basketball in my days, and games day after day, year after year, every conference. It didn't matter if the teams were good, bad, but I'm talking about a lot of NBA games. And I used to play. I don't really play too much anymore. Video games, NBA Live, EA Sports. It's in the game. I used to play that all the time. But what really irked me, because I like to be precise, is that when people got traded, during the game, this was before, I guess, I don't know how it is now, but you had to manually go in and make those trades, if it actually happened, in real life. So once the rosters, they were there, you had to go manually do that. It didn't update because it wasn't connected to the internet. So I was checking the newspapers every day, looking at their stats, and even if I had to create a player or whatever, that I wanted them to be as close as humanly possible to the actual, humankind. counterpart. So I was always on the trades and looking at the news and whatnot. Yes, man. I was waiting to see, because I wanted every team in the league. I wanted the roster to be on my season mode. I wanted everybody's roster to be as accurate as humanly possible. So I learned a lot about trades and deadlines and all that other stuff, and that's never left me. So listen, if there's one thing I know about the NBA, these teams that are making these trades, these people on the rosters, they're assets. They're assets. And if you're gonna trade for an asset, you're gonna make that deal, you don't want that asset to get damaged, because then it loses value. So if you're gonna think about making a deal, you hold that guy out of the game. If there's any chance that it can happen that day, and you automatically hold him out of the game. It's not up to question. It's not up to debate. It's not up to the player to decide. They're like, oh no, he wanted to play. No. No team trading for this guy would ever allow that. And no team trading a guy would ever allow that. And if they did allow that, that is a sign of a crappy management team, because that would blow up the whole deal, and the other team would call the NBA, the league front office, and they would squash that deal, and then you'd be stuck with this injured player that you can't trade now, and now he knows he's gonna get traded. It would be a huge problem. I have never in my life, never on any team on any year, seen a player that was there was a good chance they were going to get traded that day and still played the game. Never, ever has it ever happened. And I was looking for an instance of it, but they're smarter than that. They would never do that. This is the sign of a crappy management. Now, if you looked at this guy, say, well, no one does that. No one does. I'm absolutely 100% sure. No one does that, especially with a name brand player. I can understand if it's like the 15th guy on the bench and he just signed a 10-day contract or something like that. It might have happened before, but the chances are extremely slim. But there's always an exception that makes the rule. But I've never heard of it, especially not in the NBA. They're too professional for that, for the most part. But if you didn't know that, if you didn't have that history of watching NBA trades and deadlines and management and whatnot, and you just looked at his face when he was over there on the bench, that was not the face of someone who's like, yeah, I knew I was going to get traded today, and I decided to go ahead and play them. No, he wasn't happy and jovial. No one else knew on the team. If they were going to tell him, why wouldn't they tell the rest of the team? It don't make it. That's Dirk Nowitzki. You're not going to tell him? Come on, son. Listen, he was looking like he was shocked. Of course he knew that he could be traded. Of course they're in constant communication with his agent. They're talking about, hey man, the next couple of days, there's a chance that, we're going to try to move you. We're going to try to move your client. And he's like, oh, okay, I understand. Is there anything going good? Anything good? Anything progressing, that we might, have to sit out this game? And it was like, no. They didn't have a solid deal in play. That's why they allowed him to play. He knew he could be traded, but once he got there and he started warming up and he started playing the game, no one expects to be traded during a game, because it's stupid. It's stupid. It's bad business. Okay? That's why he was like, oh, okay, I'm good to go and play this game. So he's like, hey man, because he's at the point, he's thinking it's like, there's only one more day before the trade deadline. I might not get traded at all. So let me go ahead and give my all, 100% effort to go and play for the team tonight. In case I don't get traded tomorrow, I can still be helping this team win. And still worry about them because I'm still on the team. No, he was in shock, man. He was playing hard or whatever. He was thinking, these jokers just went, look, listen, you can't wait 20 more minutes. 20 more minutes. 20 more minutes. 20 more minutes. 20 more minutes to consummate this deal for Justin Jackson? And then you had another day. What? There's no excuse. Just bad management on both parts. I mean, I thought Sacramento was getting better. I don't know if it's on them. I don't know if it's on Dallas. But it's just ridiculous. They should have just said, look, listen, man, we're trying to trade you. We're going to sit you out until a deal gets done or the trade deadline is already passed. That's what a supreme, proper organization does. So after that, I'm going to move on off of that subject. But and I actually saw a video from his mouth. In his opening day, when the meet and greet with the press and the rest of the team, they have some good. Before I finish this, man, Harrison Barnes is so polite, courteous, astute, well-spoken, and man, he is a joy to listen to. He gives great interviews, and his points of view are on point. I mean, he has a good future in broadcasting, if whenever he gets done making $24 million a year. But I'm sure he's got lots of years left on that body, okay? But besides that, I'm sure that's why he's ingratiated himself with the community and the rest of his teammates, because he is really a joy to be around. I'm not even gonna lie, I haven't heard him speak too much, and man, he gave that interview and I was like, wow, his answers were so thought of and well thought out. Man, I can see why everybody liked him. But that's separate from you play on the court. You got to separate business from friendship. So, but it was the good move for them. But besides that, he said, and they had some good reporters. They said, hey man, there's a bunch of hoopla about, you getting traded or whatever. And he doesn't want to burn no bridges. He don't want to burn no bridges. He ain't calling nobody out. He was like, oh yeah, about the way you got traded and how it all went down. He was like, oh yeah, first of all, I want to thank Mark Cuban and Dallas Mavericks. He believed in me. He gave me my shot. After coming from Golden State, they allowed me to grow and mature, and I've had nothing but the best of times for the organization and the team. And he just went on and on. He thought he sidestepped, that question. And then another guy, I don't know if it was the same guy, but they was like, okay, but that's a good answer and all. He's like, oh, next question. He was like, that's not really what I asked. He was like, listen, did you know that you were going to get traded during the game? Did you have any idea that it was going to go down like that? And Harrison Barnes was like, no, I didn't. I didn't know it was gonna go down like that. And he looked up and he's like,
Harrison, how you look back on Dallas, and what's the truth behind how you were told about the trade?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I want to thank, Mark Cuban, Coach Carlisle, Dallas Mavericks for the opportunity to go and play there. I definitely learned a lot and was able to, kind of take the next step as a player, show I can produce at a high level. In terms of how the trade went about and me knowing and finding out, that's there's a lot there, but I'm just happy to be here in SAC, and I think that's where my focus is now, and especially on this game tonight against Miami.
Did you know during the game, or did you know before?
No, I didn't know it was going to happen like that.
And that said it all. He knew he could be traded, but once the day starts, and it's an hour before pregame, when you go and start warming up and go to your pregame routine, and there's nothing in the works, and you're gonna go ahead and play, no one gets traded during the game. So he knew he could be traded, but once we start the day, and there's nothing in the works, an hour before I'm warming up, going to my routine, no, we good. Hey, so I don't want to hear, man, he did not know that he could be traded during the game. That's why he knew he could be traded. Everybody, Dwight Powell could have been traded. There were a lot of people calling, interested in his contract. But no, man, that was ridiculous. An uncalled for, just a shady, terrible organizational move by the Dallas Mavericks, because it's on them to hold out the player. When you're making deals like that, just hold up 15 more minutes. 15 more minutes, bro. What are you doing? It's just Donnie Nelson Jr. Let me move on from that. Talk about this game real quick. I'm not even going to talk about it a lot because it wasn't very good. And I'm having a difficult time, trying to figure out exactly what the Mavericks are doing right now. Are they tested? Are they looking for a new coach? I mean, because they don't seem to have a direction at all into what they're doing. I thought you wanted to start, Luka Doncic at the point. Okay, if you're not gonna do that, fine. Okay, no problem. So you got him with a small forward, and you got Dorian Finney-Smith. Is he going to be your starting small forward or power forward? He's about the same size as Harrison Barnes. Harrison Barnes was playing power forward or small forward. Him and Luka were interchangeable. Okay, no problem. Is that what you're going to do? Okay, no problem. You're gonna have to, man. He's gonna have to bulk up a little bit. Dorian Finney-Smith, he got to get a little bit stronger because he's gonna have to get some more rebounds because it was working out for them. Because Harrison Barnes averaged like 4.3 rebounds a game, and Dorian Finney-Smith averages about the same amount. But they had a guy who was only focused on getting rebounds in DeAndre Jordan at the center spot. And the thing is, Kleber, he's not just only focused on it. He's much more versatile and much more involved in switching. And because with DeAndre Jordan, he wasn't switching. He wasn't coming out there. He wasn't coming out. He was staying in the paint no matter what. That's why long range shooting threes always kill the Mavericks, because he's not going out there on the screen and roll. He just letting them pull up off the screen and pull up on jumpers. He's just sagging in the paint. It's just letting his teammate getting killed on these pick and rolls. And so that's the problem. But Kleber, he does a lot more movement. Powell does a lot more movement out there. So there's not someone to collect those easy rebounds like DeAndre Jordan was doing. So it's a problem. That is a problem. If you're going to start Jalen Brunson, okay, cool. Then you got Tim Hardaway Jr., then you got Luka, you got Dorian Finney-Smith, and then you got Kleber. Presumably, next year, when you have Kristaps starting at center, Kristaps was averaging about 6 rebounds a game. Okay, so and he's more of an outside player, so he's not going to be hanging around the paint all that much, even though he does have a nice little turnaround and back to the basket game. Where are the rebounds going to come from? Because hold that thought. Where are the rebounds going to come from? What's his name? Jalen Brunson. He needs to be more aggressive. Before I forget, he needs to be more aggressive. You cannot be the starting point guard playing like 30 minutes a game and only take 6 shots. That's just not going to do it. Even if you shot 100%, that's only 12 points. That's not enough. You've got to be more of a threat. You got to be. But I know he's young. I know he's in his first year. But man, coaching, you've got to be more aggressive. You got to be more aggressive. You got to be a threat out there. You can't just put the load on Luka Doncic to have a damn triple-double every single game. It's ridiculous. You get a chance to start, but hey, like I said, man, Rick Carlisle's not the greatest coach. I just don't see it, man. I think he's just worn out his welcome, and man, they need to get somebody else who's more in tune with the team. But back to the rebounding issue. The reason I was talking about that is because they played the Bucks. This guy Giannis Antetokounmpo, and they do this to a lot of the teams, so it's not just the Mavericks. So this was kind of a throwaway game because Rick Carlisle only had the players only play like a maximum. Luka Doncic played like 27 minutes. So it was like they were just like, nah, we can't win. I don't know if it was that or if they're trying to keep their win total low so they can get a high draft pick. If it's top 5, it's top 5 protected. So, but other than that, it works out in the deal that they have had for Trae Young, to get Luka Doncic. So I don't know if they're trying to lose just enough, or if that was just a throwaway game, or they realized they couldn't win. I don't really know. If they don't have any direction, it is stupid over there. It's looking really stupid. But like I said, they got rid of the Trash Brothers. They need to go ahead and move on, part ways with Rick Carlisle. His time is up, man, and they need to move in a totally different direction. So after that, like I said, Giannis Antetokounmpo, he had like 17 rebounds himself. He had 17 rebounds himself, and the whole starting lineup for the Mavericks only had like 14 rebounds. That's outrageous. That is outrageous. That is a huge problem. Now, I know they do that, and they scored like an unbelievable amount of points in the paint, but they do that in just about every single team, so, I can understand. But that is a huge, huge problem. They definitely have to work that out. Not only that, they were just getting any shot that they wanted, because the starting lineup for the Milwaukee Bucks, they shot a ridiculous, like 59%. They shot like 59% from the field, which is outrageously good. They were just getting any shots that they wanted to, because they were getting a bunch of dunks and layups, which is a huge problem. The Dallas Mavericks, on the other hand, only shot like 43%. You see how they couldn't get any shots, and the Milwaukee Bucks were getting any shot that they wanted to. Now, moving on from that, obviously, you shooting percentage like that, you're not going to win the game. You're not going to win the game. But I want to talk about some things that I saw. I saw Trey Burke. I think they're trying to mold him and trying him out, like I said before in the last video, to be fill that J.J. Barrera role. He had like 18 points, and he started to feel confident, good about himself, and he started to get buckets. And I think he can definitely fill that type of role for them coming up next year, now and in the future. Powell was pretty good again too. I mean, he was all right, and I wasn't mad that he was having a whole lot of trouble guarding Giannis, and Kleber was too. But everyone does that. That's why he's a front runner for MVP right now. But not only that, let me see who else was up. I was happy to see Brokoff. He got some minutes. And, that was good. Hey, look, the rest of the whole team was getting killed pretty much, so, I can't really gauge it off of this, but I'm glad he did get some minutes and get some run. Hopefully that can continue into the future. Why they only played like Justin Jackson, the guy they traded for Harrison Barnes? Traded for Harrison Barnes. Why not traded for Harrison Barnes? They traded Harrison Barnes for. Come on, man, get your English right. But my bad on that. But the guy that they traded Harrison Barnes for, why was he not getting minutes? He only played like 5 minutes or something like at the end of the game. It's stupid. It's Rick Carlisle, man. It just. Man, come on, man. Come on, y'all been doing good, man. Just get rid of him. Get rid of him. Okay, look, listen. He's good.
Down 23 points, the Mavs bench. Rejection from Giannis. But down 23, the Mavs bench refuses to give up. Dwight Powell for the trade. Nice move. Trey Burke should provide a lot of speed coming off that bench. And one for Dwight Powell. Don't put your hands up. You know what you did, Ilyasova. Trey Burke for the trade. What an appropriate name for that young man. Nice move. Bump into a good ball movement. Ryan, break him off. Let's go with the three. Okay, Maxi Kleber. Another one's a break him off. Ryan with another three. Trey Burke driving to the lane, and Dirk Nowitzki, the one-legged assassin. Let's get it. They said we dare you to shoot Trey Burke. Knock it down for another Trey. I love that. Trey Burke, that's an appropriate thing. No, Giannis the Greek freaking. That is too easy. L1 down in the post. The slow with the double team. That was good D, but he continues to play. Complains about the push off, but it just fell on deaf ears. The Luka trade. When was the last time Luka was left wide open? That didn't make any sense. That was bad defense. But we coming back right now, only down by 10 and 1. Ilyasova's a victim of the Luka magic. Look at Brook Lopez. He's the point center. God, Eric Bledsoe's wide open for the try. And he lets the crowd know about it. Look at it, Dorian Finney-Smith sizing him up. Takes the pick from Kleber. Kleber with our trade. They are knocking down trades at an unbelievable pace right now. But the Greek Freak is not to be denied. That's way too easy. We're still trying to come back. We're not giving up. Luka, he says, I can get an easy layup too. He said, I should have been an all-star. Don't be mad at me. Look at the Greek Freak. He's running the point. No, to Brook Lopez. And that's the nail in the coffin.
You have a Trey Burke, and then you have Brokoff, and then you have Justin Jackson. Okay, and then you have Dirk at the backup power forward, and then you have Powell. That's a pretty good match. That's a pretty good match. Hey, they just need to stop giving Devin Harris minutes off the bench. It's just not gonna work out. It's done. It's time to move on from him. And Courtney Lee is owed like $12 million for next year. What are they gonna do? Are they gonna play him? Are they gonna play him over Brokoff? There's no direction. No, right? They're just like, we're just happy we got Porzingis, and we're just gonna kiss his butt, and Giannis, which is his brother, we're gonna kiss his butt too until they sign. Hopefully they re-sign in the summer, and we're gonna build off of that. Him and Luka Doncic, maybe they're gonna try to throw a bunch of money at DeMarcus Cousins. I don't know, but I know his athleticism is waning right now, and he stays out of shape. I don't know if he's going to help that rebounding issue that they're having. I know he used to get, some pretty good rebounds, had some pretty good rebounding totals in the past. They could go after him. Rashawn Holmes, he was with the Clippers. I mean, this guy, no, he wasn't with the Clippers. Who is he with now? These teams move around. They move around so much. But he was getting a lot of rebounds, a lot of block shots, a lot of energy. He's very young and on a super, super cheap contract. A guy like him, Julius Randle, who's playing with the Pelicans right now, he's got like a $9 million option for next year. Man, you offer this guy $12 million, you got this guy. He's averaging like 20 points a game and like 9 rebounds. Yeah, did you hear what I said? Like 20 points a game, 9 rebounds, like 3 assists. This guy's doing the damn thing. I mean, he is a force down over there, and he is a big dude. I mean, he can knock down shots. I mean, knock down threes. I think he shoot like 33%, something like that. Hey, we need to do something over here to shore up that front line, to help out Porzingis. We don't want to run him into the ground as soon as he gets here. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you're alerted every time there's a brand new video. If you aren't already, make sure and follow me on my 2 Twitter handles. I make sure and respond to just about all your comments. If you want to help the channel grow, just send $1 to that Cash App link. It's in the description box underneath the title of the video. I truly appreciate the support. Everything helps because this is what I do. I'm Iron Man from the music group The Lottery, Showtime Records. I holla.